It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. I'm Candace Gish. Well, everybody, we're going to have a great show for you today. I'm going to be introducing you to a brand new diva to our family. I'm so excited to be talking today with Krista Kleiner, and she is going to be sharing some amazing things that she's doing out there. She's a founder of an amazing movement, and I think everybody needs to know about this. And I bet you a lot of our listeners are actually going to know what this movement's all about. So I'm excited about that part of it. For any of you that have just tuned in for the very first time, the Divas That Care is now going into its 11th season. So thank you so much to all of our amazing listeners that have been sharing our program all around the world. So thank you again. And if you haven't checked them out, check out some of our amazing hosts at divasthatcare.com. All right, guys, let's get going on this program. Krista, welcome to the Divas That Care. I'm so happy to get to know you.
Hello, Candace. Thank you so much for having me, and congratulations on 11 seasons. That's amazing.
Thank you so much, Krista. Well, before we kind of dive into everything that you're doing, would you mind spending, a couple minutes here sharing with all our listeners who you are and a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I think my whole journey has really started from my family background. My parents are both teachers. I grew up in Southern California. My mother's from the Philippines, and my father's here from the States. And they taught me the best lesson of life, which is really to inspire others by pursuing my passions and talents. And I was exposed to the Philippines at a very young age and how different life could be just between Southern California and there, and really opened my eyes up to the world, and I think influenced me eventually moving there when I was 18. I took a job offer, less traveled, creating my own, even though I was so focused on school growing up and had the chance to also be exposed to all of different activities and things. But I think this really plays a key role in my care for various communities and helping uplift them. Mm-hmm. And I've lent my voice to a number of causes over the years while simultaneously having a career in entertainment and media. And it led me to eventually where I am now, which is launching my own nonprofit, the One Heart Movement.
And I am so excited about this. I had watched your video. I'm like, this is so amazing because it's on TikTok. And we're going to kind of dive into that. But I actually had talked to my daughters. I said, have you seen this? And they're like, yes, it's so cool. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, this is great. And I had mentioned to them that I'm going to be having this amazing woman on my program. Yeah. So let's talk about that, because One Heart Movement, from what I was researching, I'm like, this is such a beautiful thing that you are doing. And I want to ask you why you decided to start this foundation, start this movement, and how and what you guys are actually doing.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing that with me. I love that your kids have heard about it. I put a big smile on my face to know that our hard work is getting out there. This was inspired by a feeling that I had and some news that I came upon at the end of last year. I was just really feeling the nation's divide. And around the same time, I learned of the disproportionate impact COVID-19 had been having upon the Filipino-American nursing community, and decided that I wanted to do something. I just felt compelled to do something. And I quickly realized that it would only be right to do the work in the spirit of FIS and extend the support to other groups acting in their spirit. And what makes them so great, I find, is that, they're not just thinking about themselves. They're out there trying to help everybody they can. And so what we're doing with the One Heart Movement is inspired by that spirit of theirs. And our mission is to unify our national and global community so that we can better overcome our challenges, both current and future, and be an ever-evolving vehicle of support to others. And currently our focus is to support the healthcare heroes that have been fighting on the front lines for us during this COVID pandemic, and also extending support to the families of the healthcare workers that we've lost.
Oh, my goodness. And I applaud you so much. What an amazing thing that you are doing, you know, through love and kindness. You're making an impact out there, and that's exactly what we need. Is we need more people to step up to the plate and unify us again, because there is so much distinction in the world right now. There's a lot of fear, frustration, and your One Heart movement is about kindness and love. And I want to talk about this cool TikTok thing that you've got going, and you have these amazing people that have been supporting you in that. Can you talk, you know, this is going to be a crazy thing for you, but can you kind of mention what TikTok is to maybe some of our listeners that are not familiar with it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think what you're mentioning when you say TikTok is we have a social campaign called the One Heart Handoff Challenge. And TikTok is one of multiple social platforms, along with Instagram and Triller and Facebook, right, that connects us. And TikTok is famous for having the rights to short music clips that people are able to do videos to, and it makes it like the cool music videos, since the quality is nice with the music right up front. And essentially what our campaign has encouraged people to do is to start and end a video with their hands in the shape of a heart in the camera. So, for example, pulling it out at the beginning. And it started off as people dancing, but now we've extended that to encouraging people to share spoken messages of love, unity, and gratitude, really showing their personality, their heart, and then ending with the video with their hands in the shape of a heart going back into the camera as if they're passing it on for the next person to catch, hence One Heart Handoff. And we've, to your point, have been blessed to have wonderful support from people like the D'Amelio family, who are known to be the first family of TikTok, Charlie D'Amelio and Dixie, Mark and Heidi, a wonderful family that came on early to support us, and many others as well. And it's been really beautiful to see hearts from around the world expressing themselves and in this unifying message.
What a great way to get your movement out there by doing something like that. And can I ask you, did you come up with that idea to start that off?
Myself and a few wonderful people from our team. I believe that specific idea came with a call between myself, Phil Tayag, who happens to be Bruno Mars's choreographer and lead dancer, very talented and great guy, and also Joshua Seek, someone who's on our board, talented creative mind producer as well. And it started off as an idea, and it grew and grew. We did a really fun launch video with Phil and a global collective of dancers called Tribe out in Vegas. You guys have to check this out if you haven't seen it on our website. It's on socials, might be buried a little bit on IGTV, but on our website, theoneheartmovement.org, you can find it. And we had an incredible team of talented people come on. And I guess it's part of the blessing of COVID is that we had access to these people who donated their time. For example, Justin Timberlake's laser light designer. He made this laser heart cage that was just mind-blowing and really fun. I know. I was like, what's happening? This is so cool. But it really was to connect with people of where we're at, and then inspire them to, we used a song from James Brown, Get Up Off That Thing. You dance to relieve that pressure. Dance, you know what I mean? Those are the lyrics. And dance so you feel better. And it's so suitable, I think, for the time that we're in, is acknowledging that, you know, this is a tough time, but we can do something about it. We can get up, we can put on a smile, we can dance, we can uplift ourselves and each other, and just empower us to move forward in a positive way.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely thought it was the best thing I had seen. And it brought such a smile to my face. So I know that, you know, as you were saying on here, it's like it's over 20 million hits on social media. Like, that is huge. And what a way to get it out there. The younger generation, they're like, I get it, and that's where we teach, and that's where we become better people too, is that our youth are empowered and inspired. You're just empowering the next generation. And that is just, to me, it's the most amazing thing you could do.
No, thank you, Candace. I'm honored to hear you say that and feel that way. And it would be such a joy to be able to have that impact. I really hope that we can just continue extending it. And I'm just a spokesperson for the movement. I really can't take credit for all of this. This is a team effort. We have an amazing group of people that you can find on our website. I call our One Heart family, who's really who've all played a huge role in getting us to where we're at in such a short amount of time. It blows my mind every day. And I just do my best to be the best vehicle I can to kind of bring all of these wonderful people and energies together in the most effective way to give back.
Well, you're definitely doing that, and it's making such an impact. And you were saying that it happened in such a short period of time. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I want to ask you now, Krista, what is next with One Heart Movement? What are you guys planning on doing? How can our listeners maybe support you in these endeavors?
Thank you. So we are pushing our social campaign, the One Heart Handoff Challenge, and I would love to encourage everyone, all the listeners, to join us in spreading a message of love and unity. And this can be as simple as a photograph of you with your hands in the shape of a heart, or a video of spoken words, or dancing if you feel like it, or showing an act of love. And the common themes, like I said earlier, starting and ending with your hands in the shape of a heart in the camera. So that's one simple and beautiful way for everyone to join our movement and help spread this love. And if you hashtag One Heart Handoff and tag the One Heart Movement on socials, that's a good way for us to find it and reshare. We would love to see your heart and have you join our community. Another way is for people to go on our website, theoneheartmovement.org, and donate directly to us. We are currently doing hospital giftings. I've been doing these since Valentine's Day, and if you see on my socials, you can see some examples there where I go to the hospitals and surprise nurses before or after a 12-hour shift with balloons and flowers and T-shirts that say "Love breeds love" and other donations that we get, sometimes snacks and drinks and things. So that's something that we're continuing to do. But something to be excited for in the summer is that we're planning a benefit concert. We have two big names that have signed on, in addition to the D'Amelio family committing to be involved. And I don't think I'm allowed to say it just yet because we have the press release coming out, but it's very exciting. It's a major artist that you definitely know. And we're working on building that lineup up to have a special benefit concert to raise money for our nurses and the families of healthcare workers we've lost, but also to, again, keep spreading love to our community with a fun show for everyone.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait to find out who that is. And what we'll do is that we'll post it all over our social media also to get the word out there. This is obviously going to be a live event, or is this something that people can watch virtually?
It's going to be virtually, but with some small live audiences. I believe there's going to be a couple separate filmings, and so the idea is we will be running a campaign, a fundraising effort that's gamified with a partner of ours called Live 8, and basically every dollar donated goes towards a chance to see a live performance. And it'll be small, intimate audiences, being COVID safe, but that's something we're excited to be able to offer to people, and we'll definitely keep you posted with updates on that, but it will be available virtually as well.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And I know that our listeners around the world will be excited about that because, you know, everybody's trying to find things to do, but with being stuck at home these days, it's very difficult for us to find, you know, the entertainment, the happiness, the joy that, you know, we're really supposed to be having in our lives. And that's why I was so excited, Krista, for when I knew you were going to be coming on the program, is like, she is doing something that we all just need, you know, to have a smile on our face, to smile. It's just the most fantastic thing that you could be doing at this point in time.
Oh, thank you so much, Candace. That really means a lot to me. I'm right there with you and everyone. It's been a tough year. I miss giving everyone hugs. I'm one of those touchy-feely people, and just being with people, right, and company. I think it's human nature to be so secluded the way that we have been, but there's a light at the end of all of this. I see it, I feel it, and you know, I am happy to celebrate in the fact that, yeah, we have so much to look forward to. And I think that with the challenges of this past year, I think it's also helped us look inwards and bring out the best in ourselves and in each other. And so I think if we focus on that and what those lessons learned are, I think we'll all have a better quality life to enjoy moving forward from this.
Oh, I love that. And Krista, one of the things I always ask our amazing guests is that if they have any tips and tools they'd love to share with our listeners. I know that you have done a lot of amazing things in your life. You've probably learned a lot. And is there anything you'd love to share with our amazing tribe today?
Oh, for sure. I'll start with let go of limiting beliefs. I really think it starts there, at least for myself, because for so long I think subconsciously let fear and doubt hold me back from going for a lot of things and reaching my full potential. And after some reflections, COVID reflections, since I finally had time to sit down and think, I realized that over the course of my life, experiences and me and different things have added up to this type of mental programming that was limiting myself. And I think that until we can recognize what those are and let go of them, it will keep us from reaching our full potential and accomplishing all that we can. But conversely, once we do, it really opens us up to, and once those mental blocks have been lifted, it allows for a special and powerful flow to come through. And it's really something, it's hard to describe, but it feels magical. And I hope that for all of our viewers, and I mean, the second biggest thing for me, and it's so funny you say our tribe, but something I think I've learned that is so key is building a lifelong tribe that you can trust. I really can't emphasize this enough. And surrounding yourself with caring and smart people who believe and support you makes all the difference. And it goes without saying that we're going to have tough days, but when you have those type of people in your community and around, this is what really helps keep things going, and getting honest feedback from them and constructive criticism. We can all, I think, reach higher levels of accomplishment and even beyond that when we have people like that in our corner.
I love those tips. Thank you so much. Those were perfect for today. Said I had such a great time just listening to you. I want to let you know that the Divas That Care really wants to support the One Heart movement and everything that you're doing. I hope that you will come back on the program again to share more, messages with all of us.
Oh, thank you, Candace. I would be so honored. I think what you're doing with Divas That Care, that is just so wonderful. I was so caught by the name and the concept of women supporting and uplifting women in this way and having a platform. And I thank you and your team for creating this for us. I think it's so necessary. and is really going to play a huge role in women coming together and, again, reaching beyond anything that we've been able to do in the past with this new sense of community and support. So hats off to you and everyone. I definitely hope to connect with people in the community as well, so please feel free to reach out to me. I'm on social, Instagram, sorry, I'm most active, Krista, Krista _Kleiner, Kleiner. Then, of course, we have the One Heart Movement page as well. But I am such an advocate for women, and we will always be happy to support and uplift other women. And thank you for your amazing work.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to the amazing women that are a big part of this too. What we're going to be doing, Krista, is posting all your social media handles on our links too, so that all of our listeners can get a hold of that. And what we're going to be doing, all of our listeners, make sure that you send this program, this show, to all your friends and family. Pass it on to as many people as possible. And if you are on TikTok, or if any of your friends are on TikTok, or your children, get them to be a part of this amazing One Heart handoff. I love the campaign. I think it is just the most beautiful thing to have today. And I hope that as many of you can be a part of it as possible. Chris, again, thank you for being my guest. To all of our listeners, I hope that you do something kind for somebody. And until next time, everyone, take care.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.